Looked like an intense training again here, Jesper. What was the intention, I guess, of today's session, getting ready for Toronto this weekend?
Yeah, first of all, it's nice that we can have these sessions because it's not that often in the beginning of the season here. We have players back from national duties, and yeah, it was a good session. Also, the last one we can have of those in a couple of weeks now. So it was also important that we got the work done, and I think everybody played with quality and the intensity we want from this session. But these are also the way we get better, that we push when we're out on the training ground, and that's important that we do that every time we're here.
Is that how the staff looks at this schedule when you have the games coming up midweek once again after this week? Do you anticipate, I guess, not having the opportunity to get these sessions in, so put a little bit more in? Is that how that works?
Yeah, it is. It was on purpose when we saw the week. We have a traveling day tomorrow, so we could do a little bit extra today because we don't do much tomorrow, and then we have a little more than normal session the day before game in Toronto, and then we're ready to play. Then we have a couple of players meeting us in Toronto as well, so then we'll have a full squad, and you always look for the next game, but you also have to plan a little bit ahead. After the Toronto game, there'll be 2 midweek games against Pumas. We have the MLS games in the weekend, so yeah, this session today was also quite important for us.
Was it valuable to get some of the younger players minutes then in the match last weekend? Obviously, the result didn't go the way you wanted, but with all these games coming up, is it important to get some of these younger players minutes?
Yeah, it's important that we get results first of all, of course, but it's also important that we have the trust and the belief in the squad that when some players are up, because over the course of the season you will have players out, then others will step up, and I think that we've seen that throughout the beginning of the season here, that we have more than just 10, 11 players to play the games. So it's been really a start of the season where everybody will have the opportunity to play, and we can also see that it's important in the rhythm. So we have players that can step up, because it won't be the same team playing the next 4 or 5 games in 2 weeks.
Do you see a difference in the players that go away on international duty, and how good is it, I guess, to have these players get that experience for their confidence, and what does it mean to you to have these players called up?
For me personally, it means a lot of trouble, but I know, I've been a player myself. It's the best thing that can happen for a player, is that you got called up and represent your country. It's when you're a young man or a boy, you look at the World Cups, and you look at the Copa Americas, or whatever you are in the world, and you dream of becoming one of the guys that's represent your country, and that's it's such a great thing for the players, and I think it's, for Brian it's a big thing. His first time called up, and he got his debut. I think it's fantastic, and for Ali, coming back with a good experience, playing well, doing well. Have the World Cup coming up next year, also an extra motivation thing for all the players. So I think it's a good thing. I would have hoped that it also would be they should be allowed, and then we shouldn't play without them. But that's how it is. But I think it's good to see also them coming back, having got a boost from getting called up and play for their countries.
Any injury updates you can give us on anyone?
Sam looked better today. He looked to do even more. He was out on the pitch doing individual work. I hope that he can train with the team from next week on, maybe a little bit more, but I hope that's the plan at least. If everything goes to plan, then he will train with the team next week. But of course we'll have to be careful still. We are 5 weeks in the MLS season, but I know also right now is when the CONCACAF Champions Cup is decided, so we also want to do well in that competition now. We are in the quarterfinals, so it is still a balance. Goldie he's not on the pitch yet, and it's really difficult for us to say something, to come up with a plan. But it's much about the pain he has still.
No one
Apart from that, Sabi looks good, and he's getting closer and closer to be also in contention to start. We have to take care of him still with his foot. He had some soreness after the game the other day, and we just built him up. I haven't heard anything from Pedro and Andres. I think they're good. We'll see them when they go directly to Toronto, and then we'll meet them out there.
But the two players you were talking about meeting.
Yeah.
No one ever wants to lose a game, but is it nice to kind of have that over and done with, and no more talk about undefeated seasons? And
No. No, you don't want to get the talk about being undefeated done with. You always go into the game with the ambition and with the hope that you will not end up losing, and that you want to win. But you also know that it's part of the game. We won in the last minute against Galaxy, and even though I think that we were the better team in that game, you don't always end up scoring in the end. So we also had fortune on our side sometimes, but this time around we couldn't really manage to get the upper hand in the game, and that's sometimes how it is. We just have to learn from that. So. But I'm not happy that we do no longer discuss that we are unbeaten and undefeated in the games. We should just try to go through the season without getting a loss, but it rarely happens.
Yeah, last one then, Jesper.
Yeah.
Is there a little extra in this game? How familiar are you with the rivalry here between the
Yeah,
Whitecaps and
I'm
TFC?
getting more and more familiar closer we get. I spent 1 year in Toronto with my family, and we had a very good time, and I'm actually quite, I don't mind Toronto FC, but I can feel that a lot of other guys do, and that's just normal when you have a rivalry in Canada. You have 3 teams, so it's normal, I think. I will try. I'll try just to do whatever I can to make us succeed, and then the players and everybody else will have to put into it what they want to. But we of course go for the win in Toronto, and we hope we are good enough to do it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sir?
Yeah.